we get up to. And that all starts from right at the beginning, you know. Like I said, you're at the stage for this live stream demo to help you. You're at the stage where you have a message and you want to promote that message, and you need to use the things that are available to you. Okay, the first thing that we do is we go to Google, because without Google, a lot of things would be more difficult online. And what we're going to do now is we've connected the laptop to the TriCaster, so you're seeing this live, actually. And then what we do is we start an account, actually, with Google, because it's really important, because there's certain things. You don't even need a website, actually. With a Google account, you don't even need the costs of having a website. You can use Blogger and stuff, but we're going to go through it. So say you haven't got a website, or you haven't got the budget at the moment to get a website, but you've still got, you know, a camera available or something like that, or you've got a good message, you've got products to sell, or you're a school and you want to promote your message. Yeah? So Blogger's really cool. You can set up a Blogger account. Anybody can do that free of charge. And what this enables you to do, this gives you an online platform basically to show your messages. I'll show you the IC247 blog. I mean, I'll give you an example. This is a German one, actually. Again, you can use German. And this is the CMS, the content management system for it. So you can easily set up a blog. You can add links, HTML, stuff like that, if I look there. We're going to need this later on, right? This is going to be important. Also, if you've got a website, later on we're going to go through WordPress and stuff like that, the websites that we use. But this is really important, because if you want to stream, when we go back to that Ustream page, right, you can see there. Can you see this button, share, guys? And then you can embed this player. So you've got this account opened up, you've got your Google account opened up, you don't have a website, you can open up a blog, right? Anybody can do that. Or you can open up a WordPress blog as well, which is also free. And then you can compose and advertise your stuff on there, which is really good. Okay, so that's the first thing that you can do with Google. If you've got a website, then we recommend the following tools, which are pretty cool, actually. The first one is analytics. Now, what happens is you've got a really nice website that you've probably paid a few quid for, or you've got a nice blog which you've set up free of charge. Blogger's also connected automatically to this analytics, but so they've got a more simplified version. But you know, this is a really important tool for learning about your visitors' behaviour on your website, because you know, you have a website, you need to know what's going on, what people like, what they look at. And what happens with analytics, you connect it up, and then you can find out, for example, like where your visitors come from. I've chosen a day on one of our websites here, and you can see, if I scroll down slowly, you can see where the visits came from. Let's have a look for Switzerland here, right? Because we're streaming from Switzerland, yeah? And then you can see actually where the people in Switzerland came from, right? And this is really important. So you know, if you're undertaking advertising, or you're starting out, or you're looking at probably promoting a message more locally maybe, you know, this is the sort of stuff that you need. This is like real-time feedback for your site. And then what happens is you can tell how many people have visited, what pages they visited, the average time they spent on the website. If it's above 3.5 minutes, you're doing all right. The percentage of new visitors and the bounce rate. And then what you can also look at are your traffic sources, right? Now, where is your traffic coming from? On this day, you can see here, you can have the keywords that are used, you can have the referral, so you know, if Facebook sent you visits, the location, behavior, what they looked at, new versus returning, the social aspect of it, if there were mobile engagements, pretty cool stuff. Okay, that's a good tool. Also with Google, if you've got a message that you want to put out there, then what you can do is you can actually pay Google to promote your message. At the beginning, when we first started this out, we were a bit anti-paying for a search engine, because any search engine, they need quality content to provide to show for people that are searching on their search engines, yeah? So if somebody's looking for classical music, for example, which we're involved in quite a bit, which you'll see shortly as we show videos and whatever, you're providing quality content anyway. So if you set it out right and go through what Google does, then maybe you don't need to pay. But Google have got a fantastic AdWords program actually, which is pay-per-click. And what that does is it enables you to pay Google for certain keywords, and then you do like an advert here, which you can see if we fade over where I'm going with this mouse. Can we see that there? Yeah, I've got it. you write your ad, and then that advert shows up. If somebody searches, say you're a music school, and then you've got, you know, learn to play instruments, and one of your keywords is instrument learning, then your ad shows up, and Google sends you traffic to your website. Hey, this is overnight stuff. I mean, you can set a blog up pretty much in an hour via your Google account, and then connect it to an Adwords account. And I mean, like I said, they've got a good program going on at the moment, and you can get actually vouchers. I mean, ranging from sort of $50 to £100 or whatever. And what we found recently, actually with live clients for hotels, is that these vouchers really do help, because pretty much the next morning after you've put your advert live, you can see via your analytics account, go back to analytics, yeah? You can see how many clicks that voucher just bought you. And then you can have a look and say, right, normally in my marketing budget, if I'm going to get a new client, whether it's visiting my website or whether it costs me, I don't know, $50, right? And you know that if you've set a budget for AdWords pay per click for $2 or £1.50 per click, then that saves you a lot of money. Obviously, you then have to have a website or a blog that's good, that's sticky, that's going to be attractive to people, that's got good content on there. But like I said at the beginning, if you're watching this demonstration now and listening to this, then you're at the stage where you want to promote your content online, and you think it's, you know, valuable, educational, or you think it's going to do some good. Okay, so that's AdWords, right, where you pay Google and Google sends you traffic. It works, you know. Contact us via the Twitter and the chat and via the website. Seb can fade in a title now with a website address, I believe. If you wait one tick, oh, it's there. So if you have a look at internetcommunication247.com, give us an email and we'll get you hooked up with some Google AdWords. Okay, the other side of it is, we're at the point now where we've got the website, a bit of traffic, we've got it plugged into some cool Google tools. There's things like Picasa Web, where if you've got lovely photos and lovely images, you can connect those via your Google account with the same login, and then you can do like nice slideshows. And importantly, with Picasa Web, if I just show you Picasa Web, let's go to a link quickly. And this is free photo sharing. Bear with me, so let's go look for some photos. We can see some of our photos actually from our live stream world. If I go through a few. And what we do with this, and what's pretty cool is we want to show up for our content, which is good content, remember. We want to show up on Google searches, not just for normal Google searches, but for example, if somebody's searching for an image and they type in something to do with live streaming or classical music or education, whatever, then if your images show up with links to your website, then it's also a good way of getting traffic. So that's another example of a Google tool. So we're plugged in, we've got good content, we've also paid probably Google a little bit of money. We can also earn money with our content that's good, that's educational. We can earn money from Google. And this is called Adsense, which is effectively the opposite of AdWords. Instead of you paying Google for content, you allow Google to place other people's adverts on your content. I can show you a quick blogger from Internet Communication, just so you can see an example. Also on the Ustream page that you're watching now, you can see examples of Adsense, those adverts that show at the top and on the right-hand side. If I show you one of our live blogs, and you can pretty much control this. Hold on, bear with me, I've made a spelling mistake. This is also live, so it's a bit embarrassing. Sorry, Seb. Right, okay, if you follow my cursor key, this one here, this is a Google advert. This one here, this is the Picasa Web plugin, what we've just spoken about, right? With those photos. This is the blog that we set up free of charge, that everybody can do, yeah? And can you see how we've connected it all? There's a YouTube video. We're going to talk about YouTube later and show you some really cool things from YouTube. There's some photos in there. And here's another AdSense. Now, what happens is, if your content's interesting enough, which I'm sure it's going to be, because we're at that stage where we want to promote our cool content, maybe music or education or whatever, then, you know, if you can earn money from it, it helps with setting the whole thing up. I mean, that's a point of our demonstration today as well, is to show you how to set this stuff up economically, and maybe even, if your content's good enough, to actually make you a profit. And AdSense from Google is one of those really important tools. Okay, what do I want to do? Google AdSense. There we are. Okay, next thing is, I'm briefly going to run through YouTube really quickly because that's also a really important Google tool that's also really done some fantastic things in recently in respect to Google. Aaron and all those people who are programming their hearts out, making our content really reachable and interactive. Now, so after you've done a stream or you've got videos and you've got your Google account and you've streamed with your webcam and it's or with your TriCaster, which we'll explain about later, you're going to need to edit your videos and upload them to YouTube. And there's so many things now that you can do with YouTube. And if you're a YouTube partner, you can also earn money by allowing YouTube to place adverts on your videos. Absolutely fantastic if you're trying to get a project on its feet with minimal budget and get it, you know, get it running properly.